Yo, it's D-Tune back with another video. So, this is a video I've been wanting to do for really quite a minute now because, again, I kind of talked about it with my coming back video to this channel. I play fantasy basketball a lot. And, every single day. I play in a 10-team ESPN league, all points, and it's a daily lineup league. Some you set your lineup weekly. I set mine daily. So, I play very heavily. I'm on all Reddit forums. I'm on YouTube videos. I'm always trying to figure out, what players to pick up, what to do. This year hasn't been going too well. So I kind of wanted to have like a progress video going on for the rest of the year, seeing how far I can, kind of make this comeback, this turnaround. That's what this video is about. I'm kind of going to give a full rundown of how my draft went and where I'm at now, which is not good. But that's not going to be for long. So let's go ahead and get into it. So let me go ahead and swap over. So yeah, my team name is Team Kobe. So I think a good start would be to change the team name to like Team Comeback. That's what I'm about to do. Or Team, wait, Kobeck. Nah, that's lame. Team Comeback. Okay. So, yeah. Let me show y'all how my team looking. Matter of fact, let's look at my draft. So, we had a draft. I had the number 3 pick. And I made some mistakes. I drafted Jason Tatum with my number 3 pick, and I think that was my first mistake. To be fair, that wasn't my first pick that I wanted to make. My first initial pick I wanted to make was Luka Doncic. Luka was available. I just kind of bought into the hype. There was many reports that came out talking about Luka is hurt. He's going to have surgery. He's not healthy. And I was like, damn. I don't want to get Luka. I want to get a safe option. Let me get Jason Tatum. Because, the other option out there was Embiid. I feel like Embiid and Luka, they're the points league's menaces. So I was like, oh, let me get one of them. But like, both got injury risk. Who don't got injury risk? Jason Tatum. But I still knew the Celtics had a lot of players. But I was like, surely Jason, you gave me like 39, 40 a night, in the points league. Mistake. And then ended up taking Kyrie at number 2 because I didn't take Luke. Cause if Luka get hurt, me trying to be big brain, trying to think ahead of the game. If Luka gets hurt, who's his backup going to be? Oh, Kyrie going to go crazy. Nah, bad idea. Now Kyrie, hope he gets healthy, but he on stilts a little like that. He on crutches right now, trying to get better. So hopefully he do get better. Praise up to Kyrie. So I'll take Kyrie the second pick, and then Siakam at the third. And boy, these might be the worst top 3 picks you could ever make. If we being real, these were terrible. Siakam, he's making a little turnaround. He just goes like this, and like he just goes up and down, up and down. Scotty Barnes has been absolutely amazing this year. I'm talking about he's taking away all of Siakam's like what he had last year and the year before. He's taking that all away from him. It seems like it truly is Scotty Barnes' team, and it's killing me. But I think that all goes down to Nick Nurse leaving. Them getting a whole new coach has changed it all for them, but it's all good. Now, what this video is really going to be about is the new face of my team, and that's my number 4 pick, James Harden. James Harden. He is my saving grace. He's my hope. He's my only saving grace because sure ain't Tatum, Kyrie, or Siakam. So James Harden is my saving grace. He's been playing fairly well. It's December 21st right now. He's been a good comeback. A lot of people had doubts when he came in. They started like 0-5. They was like, oh, what you gonna do now? You got James Harden. You stuck with him. Hey, he's made a huge turnaround. So that's my banking hope. Then going forward, I followed it up with Brunson, Gobert, Grant, Westbrook, Jared Allen, Miles Bridges, Chris Paul, and Rui Hachimura. All right, take this time, laugh. I'll sit back, go and laugh at me. Terrible draft, I know. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about how I can make a comeback from this terrible draft, right? I'm sure a lot of y'all might be in the same boat who are watching this, who play fantasy, and y'all might be in a similar boat that y'all draft ain't turned out the way, y'all expected it to. So we gonna bond together and we gonna turn this season around. So let's dig back into it. Because my team isn't exactly the same. I made a few trades, and that's why I'm going to get into it, too. These trades didn't work out my way either. So if you thought my draft was bad, get ready for these trades. So I'm currently 3-5, sitting 8th in my league. Not terrible. 3-5, as long as you make playoffs, you can always win, right? I sit down till last week. I made a trade with an owner who had Evan Mobley. And Evan Mobley, he's been a solid player. Um, I could have traded for him at the worst time. I traded for him. Well, it was last week. I guess that was what 2, 3 weeks ago. I don't know. I made a trade for him on the 7th, and I traded Brunson and Jared Allen. Brunson has been having a season. I traded Brunson and Jared Allen for Evan Mobley because I wanted, add a lot of guard depth, and I wanted to move someone and get a good, little power forward center in return. Hold on, my light just turned off. Let me get this back right. There you go. Sorry about that. But yeah, I wanted to trade someone to get some good flex mobility. So I got Brunson. I traded Brunson and got Evan Mobley. The next game, Evan Mobley sits. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Hey, long term. It's about the journey. Um, Two more. Next game after that, 2 games after that, he sits again. I'm like, okay, it's kind of odd, but it's cool. I can lose this week. He sits 3 games in a row, and I start to get worried. And it's safe to say, after that 3rd game, the Cavs announced that he's having surgery, out 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah, continue to laugh. But again, besides the point, we stuck with him now. So let's take a look at how my roster's been forming. So I currently have, James Harden leading my team. I was able to pick up Anthony Simons off waivers, and he's been a huge upgrade to my team. He's been putting in good work. What scares me about them is just Portland. They're just that hesitant team. They're not a playoff team. They're going to be a tanking team. They're going to be a lottery team. So how far do they take him? If he gets a slight injury, do they sit him? What? So right now I got to ride the wave. Ride the wave. I'm going to get into some strategy here in a second. What I plan to do. Chris Middleton, picked him up. He's still been kind of wishy-washy. Like in our league, we're looking at about like a 23 and higher per game is what you need to be, a roster player, so that you're not, dropping over and over. But with Chris Middleton, he's a former superstar. He plays alongside Giannis now with the addition of Dame. But I still feel like he, as his minutes start to ramp up and as he gets healthy, he might be someone solid. So I plan on still rocking with Chris Middleton. So we'll see how far that goes. Again, drastic moves are got to be made very soon. So Jeremy Grant, he just came back from concussion protocol. I say that concussion protocol knocked a lot of sense into his game because, boy, he's been hooping since he came back. Came back, played Dallas, Golden State, and Phoenix, and had, solid points performances. The assists are a lot higher than I thought it would be because, he's really just he gonna get you buckets. He ain't gonna rebound much. He ain't gonna get you a lot of assists, but he gonna get you them buckets. So if he can keep this up, that's what I'm gonna need out of him. Then it goes down to Rudy Gobert. Kind of hard thing because, Rudy Gobert, you don't expect him to be a point threat. You really expect him to be a block threat. And this year, he's averaging 2 blocks a game. So, solid. But he's not someone I can truly rely on night to night, right? He's going to have nights where he has, like you see here, a 13, 21. So I want someone more consistency. Someone like Cat, and I'm going to get a strategy what I think about going forward later. But then, you come to some of my waivers. So Tyus Jones, I have him picked up for tonight. Need some bodies. That's all it is. Don't worry about him. He's just a body tonight. He'll be gone. Jason Tatum. Ugh. Jason Tatum, he's averaging 35, but that's not what you want out of your top 3 pick, right? I mean, you see cats like Luka, Embiid, going crazy this year. Tyrese Halliburton, of course the Jokic and the Giannis's, but they were gone off the first 2, so that's what you want your 3rd pick. You don't want 35.7. You can get this from like a 2nd, 3rd round pick. So I'm hoping, some saving grace he can make a turnaround, but we'll see. And then, of course, Siakam, the up and down menace right now. Doesn't seem like it's his team anymore. So we're trying to figure out exactly what to do with him. But we'll see. We're gonna hold on to him for now. Again, he has the flexibility of being a power forward center, so that's something we can ride with. We can if we somehow can move Gobert. We can, flex him at the center role, giving our team more flexibility. Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges was an interesting one. He had a lot of issues going on. A lot of court cases and all that coming into the season. So please don't, castrate me for making this draft pick. It's all about business. Nothing personal. But I did draft Miles Bridges, and so far he's been a solid. I got him in the 10th round, so he's been a great 10th round pick. especially at that forward position. That forward position is so slim in our league. We got centers, we got guards, but that forward position is tough. It's very tough. So Miles Bridges, I hope to continue on. And people have been saying, like, with LaMelo coming back, that LaMelo's going to take away from Miles Bridges. And I do believe shots will go away. But I do heavily believe that LaMelo enhances Bridges. I'm going back to 2 years ago when they played together. They looked amazing. So that's the hope I have with Bridges and LaMelo, that tandem coming back. How that fits with Rozier, Hayward, and Brandon Miller, we'll see about all that. But I'm focused on Miles Bridges. So then I got Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley, at this point, I put out a message to our league, trying to sell him for low, maybe like getting like a nice little return for him, but no one bid. So it's rightfully so. No one's trying to wait 6-8. If it was me, if I was like in the number one spot and I was sitting nicely, I would make a move at Mobley. It might be me being biased right now because I have him, but I feel like if I was in one of their positions, I would make this move because I'm desperate. I gotta do whatever I can to get Mobley. I need to get him off my team and get someone who's playing so I can win some games and get into the playoffs. But, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Again, Keegan and Talon Horton-Tucker, both waivers right now. A lot of people say they want to roster Keegan. I just think he's just not consistent enough for me. Of course, he had the amazing, 13 three-pointer games. So he looks, he has games where he looks really good. But as far as consistency, I just don't get it out of him, especially when De'Aaron Fox plays. I think if De'Aaron Fox goes out for extended time, Keegan has some real value because he can get buckets. I feel like he gets more opportunity when De'Aaron Fox is out. You can probably say that about a lot of people on that team. So that's someone I'll definitely monitor closely. But again, I'm just keeping him temporarily now for just a waiver move. Same thing for Talon Horton-Tucker. Right now with Keontae George out, Talon Horton's had a lot of ball control. We saw him with LA and then last year with Utah as well. When he gets minutes, he can definitely make some damage. Even with heavy use of marketing on that team as well, he's still doing fairly well. So definitely an interesting pick. He's definitely been on a hot stretch. Again, I don't plan on holding him, but that may change. We'll see what happens. Especially if the injuries keep up. We'll see what happens with Jordan Clarkson at the deadline. But if this team shakes up, he might be a good, end of year candidate. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And then last but not least, my guy Kyrie in the IR. Oh, and they already ruled him out for Friday. Great. It's all good. I'm just really surprised that they just haven't provided any updates on what's going on with him. It looked really bad. So I don't think they should rush him back. But I wish they would just say, he's practicing, he's doing individual drills, he's conditioning. What's going on? Can we get a little bit of insight? Just ruled out. I'm trying to understand what's going on with Kyrie right now. But understand if it takes as much time as you need, I need you to come back and ball for me anyway. So take as much time as you need, Kai. So yeah, so my team is in a drastic situation right now. So what's my strategy going forward? Well, like I said, James Harden. He's going to be the center of my team. Again, he's on a star-studded team with Paul George and Kawhi. But my hope is, I have to have a lot of hope with this right now. Because, a lot of waivers are gone. There's not a lot of things you can do right now. But my hope is with James Harden is that they make him, I feel like he'll play a majority of the season. Kawhi, he's been playing back-to-backs. He's, in the past, he hasn't been a reliable player. But this year, he's been pretty reliable. But I feel like if anything does come up, they won't be hesitant to sit him. Or if they're going to get, seeding, a playoff seeding, as the weeks go on, they'll start resting him a little bit. That's my hope. And same thing with Paul George. With them being stars, I feel like they really might get rested. And I don't see that from James Harden. James Harden's been a notorious, Iron Man on the court. If he's healthy, he's going to play. He don't like sitting. So that's my hope with James Harden going forward. He's finally gotten the rhythm. He's been putting up numbers these past couple of games. The points scare me because, again, he defers to, Kawhi and PG. I know PG didn't play that game, but he defers to them on the court, and that's what he's really seemed like a third, even sometimes fourth option, depending on how the other players, all the other role players on the team are sitting. So I plan on having James Harden as my primary, right? I think James Harden can give top 20, the points league value for the rest of the season. Absolutely. He's typically someone who gives you top 10, top 5, previous seasons. But going forward, just with a few question marks as far as where his where his value rides on the Clippers, I think he can probably give top 20. So I plan on holding James Harden and letting him be in the face of my team. Um, the next one I'm looking at is Tatum. So Tatum, I expressed my concern with Tatum. What my plan is with Tatum, and it's gonna be hard, but I want to package him up. If I'm able to package Tatum up with maybe like an Anthony Simons, even with like a Mobley, like something to help entice somebody, I want to trade Tatum and make my stab at like a Luka Doncic, at a I don't think I'll go for Embiid, but I'll keep my eyes open to see how the owner feels about Embiid. But maybe making my stab at Embiid, um, or even wait until some of my players come back and then packaging them up together and putting them in the trade and giving them to like I don't know Halliburton. I don't know. Trying to make that decision now, but really trying to package Tatum up with him being a number 3 pick and putting him somewhere or getting that return back from someone that can really help enhance my team. So now I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with that. But I don't see Tatum being on my team long term. I know he was my initial plan, but he hasn't been turning out too well. And then really with Evan Mobley and Kyrie, I think it's gonna be the waiting game. It's gonna be the waiting game. I'm gonna have to see what happens with them going forward. Right now, I have a lot of flexibility on my team with Talon Horton Tucker, Keegan, even like Chris Middleton and Tyus Jones. Like those are all potential waivers. So now it's really looking at the long term growth. I had a cat on my waivers that I wanted so bad, but I was in a close matchup this week, so I couldn't go and make that move. I just didn't have the waiver picks to get him or the roster flexibility to get him at the time. But Jalen Johnson, I'll tell y'all, if y'all have Jalen Johnson on y'all's waiver list, please run, don't walk, and go pick him up. Jalen Johnson just got cleared this week, and I was hoping no one in my league would have saw that. He got cleared this week to get to return back to practice, and I'm not to say he's gonna be a league winner, right? But he definitely provides good value. He's been a great resource. They have a strong duo over there between DeJounte Murray and Trey Young. But seeing how this trade deadline may fare out, Trey Young may be gone. I know it's a reach. I know they love Trey Young. They love ice cold Trey in the ATL, but there's a chance that he might be gone. So keep your eye on Jalen Johnson. That man, I think, can do some real damage. So I'm gonna watch this owner and see if he drops him at some point. But if not, I definitely missed the ball on this one. I should have went ahead and grabbed them, but I have to play every single week. If I was in a situation where I could have, lost this week, I would have just dropped him. But I really had to do what I can to win this week. So if he's on y'all's waivers, go ahead and grab him. Taking a look at some of our other waivers out there, you'll probably be surprised seeing Jordan Poole. Our owner was just fed up with him, and he dropped him, and rightfully so. Jordan Poole. I don't know what to feel about this man. He's good, he's bad, he's great, he's terrible. So it's like, what do you do? I think he can definitely turn it around, though. I don't think they're gonna bail on him. I just think he just needs like some type of like guidance, like some vet guidance. I don't think they have that on the Wizards, but that's what he needs. But I think he can definitely turn it around. He's someone which I'm surprised I'm not watching already, who I have on my interest list right now. But again, for me right now, it's about making trades and getting some superstar studs on my team going forward. So it's a matter of just figuring it out now. So yeah, that's why I wanted to give y'all my strategy going forward. I want to start making kind of like, I don't know, weekly, maybe bi-weekly videos about my progress going forward and seeing how how my games turn out. Because right now, being 3-5, it's not great. And I'm a 2-time champ in this league. This league's been running for 4 years. I'm a 2-time champ, so it's very surprising that I'm in 8th place right now. People talking trash to me every single day, but hey, I keep telling them I can still come back. We ain't even halfway through the season yet. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even hit All-Star break yet. Don't get too happy. The champ coming back. So, but yo, let me know what y'all think about this video. If y'all have any comments or even you have like fantasy questions, let me know. I know my record trash, but I can still help answer questions. So, let me know if y'all have any questions or let me know about this video. If y'all see more content like this or if you have other things that you're interested in, definitely let me know. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. So until next time, peace.